respects. For the love of Christ, spare a few coins for a wretch. Help out a cripple.
Show me your wares.
Huh. I hope you find what you're looking for next time.
Why is this all sticky?
Greetings to you too. My respects.
How you doing, Baker?
You asking about business or just in general?
Well, maybe I'll buy something. But I simply wanted to talk with you.
Well, I suppose, but you can't be surprised I'm so cautious. These days, people are quite wary of foreigners who just want to chat.
I suppose that has something to do with the Hungarian army.
Exactly. Now everybody watches their tongue and their supplies because of them. They eat everything up and break the rest. It's been a bit quiet lately, but that won't bring the dead back to life.
What do you have for sale?
What can you do, sir? Maybe next one.
Quick, before Sigismund's soldiers need more torches.
whistling like that fun? What can you do? Maybe next time then, sir. Come and take your pick.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Good day to you.
What do you have for sale?
I could tell that's stolen from a mile away. I'll buy it, but at a discount. How much do you want for it?
Satisfied?
Less. Aye, that sum will convince me. Thank you, and come again, sir.
My respects.
Folk are saying you need help with some dragon bones or something?
Yes, it's true. So everyone's talking about it already.
Actually, I only heard it from the Innkeeper.
I might have known it. These innkeepers, they spread gossip like old fishwives. But you've come here to offer help?
Yeah. But first, you'll have to tell me what it's all about.
Ah, yes, of course. I need to quickly deliver a message to the Abbot of Sedlec and bring back a reply.
I've never been a messenger for the church before.
The ways of the Lord are mysterious. For instance, I'm traveling to Vlashim. I'm a messenger too. I decided to spend the night here, and, well, you can see for yourself. When someone discovers something like this, whatever it is, we have to deal with it straight away. It's a church matter.
So the message will be about the bones, will it?
Of course. But if you want to hear any more, you'll have to promise to help me.
I'll deliver your message for you.
Thank you. And as I promised, I'll answer your questions. What do you want to know?
Who's this message for?
It's for the head of Sedlec's monastery, the Abbot. He's the only one who can properly assess the situation and decide how to proceed.
But they won't let me into the monastery.
You don't have to go in. When I was leaving Sedlec, the Abbot was planning to visit a small church near Kuttenberg. A new parish priest, Tobias, took charge of it recently, so I suppose he wants to see how he's doing. In any case, the important thing is to deliver the message right into the Abbot's hands.
Why do you need a middleman to deliver the message? You said you're a messenger yourself.
I am, but I'm headed from Sedlec to Vlashim, not the other way round. Besides, folks from the village are already spreading all sorts of rumors about the findings. They come to me wanting to know what the bones mean. They're worried it's some kind of divine punishment. If I were to leave now, it would look like the church wanted nothing to do with it, and I certainly can't let that happen.
What else do you know about the bones?
A woodcutter found them and brought one here to show to the locals. Of course, the story spread like wildfire. People think they're dragon bones or something. I keep trying to explain to everyone there are no dragons in these parts. I mean, St. George killed a dragon, that's unquestionable. But I seriously doubt it was in the woods by Bylany.
Why not? Maybe a dragon really did live here.
If that were the case, we'd have records of it, lad. All I want is to help the locals to not be afraid, so they can continue to live in peace and God's favor.
That's why you're writing to Sedlec's monastery.
Yes. I'm hoping the Abbot can advise me how to solve this unfortunate situation.
Thanks. I think that's all I need to know.
You're welcome, son. Take care on your travels. Till we meet again.
We can go.
Come on, Ranyek's waiting. You have to follow us.
I'm coming. So where is he? What? Where is he? I don't get it. What happened to him?
We met this Ranyek in Pshitoki. We even lent him money when he had nothing to play with. He swore he'd pay us back. Then we met here and played some more. Ranyek kept losing, but he didn't know when to stop.
What did he do to him?
Nothing at all. That bastard brought it on himself. When it was clear he had no way to pay us back, we started watching him to make sure he couldn't run away. He started whining about having to take a dump. We didn't want to watch him shit himself, so we let him go and said we'd wait outside the shithouse. But the bastard got the idea to flee the other way.
You mean through...
Aye, by crawling through shit. But I reckon it was deeper than he thought, and he never came out.
That's shit. I'm sorry to hear it.
That's in the shit, more like. But if you don't pay us what your friend Ranyek owed, you'll be even more sorry.
He was no friend of mine. I just needed to find him.
Then you're out of luck, because we won't let you leave without paying. Either you give us your money, or you'll have to pull that poor wretch out. What do you choose?
I'm gonna pull Ranyek out.
What? Are you serious? Well, if you say so. But I wouldn't go in there for a golden pig.
Just where exactly will I find him?
I don't know. The bottom?
And when I find him?
Just pull him out and search him. That bow of his should fetch a decent price. Jump in, then.
Ugh. What stink! Oh, God! What have I done to deserve this? Yeah. Yuck. Yeah. Ugh. It won't ever wash away. What the fuck is swimming in here? Oh, blessed Virgin. What's that lying there? Ugh. What stink. Oh, God. What have I done to deserve this? Oh, it's a good thing Capon can't see me right now. Ugh, this is disgusting. Ugh, what stink! Ugh, this is disgusting! Gerhard! Something's moving over there! It's a good thing Capon can't see me right now. Oh, good. That must be him. Oh, finally. What the fuck is swimming in here?
Now the bow.
What about the bow? us the bow. Now the bow.
Now the bow.
What about the bow?
What about?
Not another step. God, what a stench. So, did you find him?
I did.
And the bow?
There it is. Probably got wet in there, but once it's dried and waxed, it could work again.
And even if it doesn't, I'll be happy if it just stops stinking. I'll sell it to some moron and call it a day.
Are we even?
Aye. But if you ever feel like a game of dice, you know where to find us. But for the love of God, take a bath first.
Rest in peace. Father, may I have a word?
We're in the middle of an important discussion, my child. Can it wait?
Forgive me, but it's urgent, Father. I have a message for you from a monk in Bylany. It's intended for you personally.
A monk in Bylany? Brother Slava? He should have been in Vlashim by now. How did you come by that? Where did you find it?
Find what? What's happened?
This here,
Henry.
Henry brought a message that a dragon was found in Bylany.
A dragon? A live dragon?
Just some large bones. But everyone believes they're from a dead dragon. One of the locals found them, some woodcutter. People are afraid another one will appear at any moment now, and this time a live one. They're quite frightened.
Couldn't this fellow have made it all up? Or could someone have planted the bones there?
You think someone might be trying to mislead people? And the people of Bylany in particular? That doesn't seem likely. Someone likely really did find something odd there. If the parishioners are uneasy and confused, we have to help them. And if this man made it all up, as you say, we'll see to it they stop believing all that nonsense.
Has anyone seen the bones? Do you have any proof?
That's all I know. In any case, I think Slava put everything important in the letter.
If it's true, and the people there really did find something, don't you think the king should be informed?
Why? You ask me. The people are in need of spiritual guidance. A matter for the church, in other words.
But I'm sure this find would interest His Majesty.
The king? Which one? Wenceslas? Gerhard, I'm sure the favor you enjoy at court won't suffer if you spare Sigismund further headaches. Don't forget, You're still a member of our order, and the well-being of the church should be uppermost in your mind.
The good of the church is the most important thing for me, I assure you. But could this not also be of use to us? Yes, the whole of Bylany is talking of nothing else. But if we actually had those bones, if everyone believes it, maybe they'd be a better use for the remains.
That's enough. The fewer people know about it, the better.
Of course, you're quite right, Father.
Henry, you will make sure the bones are handed directly to Slava. Understand?
Why me? I'm just a messenger.
Not anymore. You're in Bylany. You know the place. Slava will take care of the people. You'll take care of the bones. Don't forget that helping the church is the worthiest deed of all.
What will you do with the bones? Destroy them?
That isn't your concern. They just have to disappear. But since you're so interested, yes, I intend to destroy them.
I know you already discussed it, sirs, but wouldn't it really be better if the king was at least informed about them? He might want to see such a rare thing with his own eyes.
Indeed, that's another reason why the king should know.
We could take them to him together, when I find them.
Enough. I've already said we will not drag the king into this. No one knows what this really is, and the people in Bylany are going out of their minds on account of them and ignoring our teaching. I do not intend to allow word to spread about any of this business. Do you understand me, Gerhard?
Yes, Father.
And as for you, Henry, this is not your concern. You have your task, so just make sure you accomplish it. Disobeying my instructions could be considered heresy.
I understand, Father Abbot.
Gerhard, show him out. God be with you.
This way, then. Phew. That was quite a discussion. The abbot isn't usually so stubborn, but it's true that his opinions... often tend to be, well... Hold on. Have you got a moment? There's something I need you to
Jesus
do.
Christ, I can smell you from over here.
What's it about?
It's an offer. It'll be worth your while. Shall we discuss it?
What's it about?
It's about this delicate matter of the bones. You might have noticed the abbot and I don't quite see eye to eye on this.
I noticed.
What I want to say is, I believe you people found dragon bones. You wouldn't make it up, would you? But I also believe it's inappropriate to do anything with such a rare relic in Bylany. It would be put to much better use in other hands. So I'd like to propose a deal. You bring me the bones, and I'll reward you generously for them. What do you say?
And what's the catch? There's always a catch.
True enough. I just need to be absolutely sure I'll get the bones.
You don't trust me?
Oh, don't take it personally. I don't trust anyone. I always have a safeguard. So, however this conversation ends, you won't be the only one I send to get the bones. Then I'll pay whoever comes back with them first.
What do you want those bones for?
Don't concern yourself with that. I know a few important people who would definitely take an interest in this find.
What important people? Nobles? Wenceslas? Or Sigismund, perhaps?
Curiosity killed the cat, as they say.
What if I refuse? It all seems a bit suspicious.
Do what you think's best.
You mentioned a reward. Are you talking about a lot of coin?
Enough for you to be able to buy whatever you want. I'm not in the habit of shortchanging the people who work for me.
I'm afraid I'll have to refuse. I don't like the sound of your offer. Besides, I wouldn't want to go against the Abbot's wishes. So no thanks.
Suit yourself. But don't expect me to let you deprive me of those bones. Farewell.
I want to repent sincerely and atone for my sins.
Your conscience seems clear to me, son. You don't need to be a sinner to make a pilgrimage. You can do it for love and the glory of God.
I'll go by my own choice.
In the fields between the Devil's Den and Grun, there's a wooden cross in memory of a Kuttenberg merchant's only daughter who was struck by lightning in a storm. She died on the spot. Her father's heart was filled with great sorrow. He built the cross himself. Let his sorrow inspire you to sincere repentance. Pray for him and for her unfortunate fate.
What penance do you give me?
Bless yourself and say the Angelus.
I'll do as you command. Praise be to God.
Amen.
To ask for help. It's a cross I have to bear.
Bier ist einfach Bier. Grüße. Du stinkst ziemlich. Weißt du das?
What's new around here?
Da du fragst. One night a carter came. He had some fellow loaded on back. White as a ghost. His eyes as if he had seen den Teufel. Pfui, pfui, pfui. When he was getting off the cart, he fell and never got up again.
He died?
Nein, nein, lebt. Lebt. He's still alive. They gave the poor man a drink and laid him down on some hay, where he fell right to sleep. But it is still bad with him. Sehr übel.
What's new around here?
Christ, you stink to high heaven.
Grüß Gott.
Are you awake, my lord?
Ah! Who are you? Have you come to finish me off?
Take it easy. I won't harm you. I'm Henry.
I'm Jan. Sir Jan of Suchotlesky.
Who beat you up?
Humans. 5 of them against the 3 of us. I fled.
And what about the other 2?
Dead. The pain. Could you somehow make it go away?
Can I examine your wound?
Do what you can. I hope you can help.
How did this happen?
I was fleeing from those butchers. In my haste, I wasn't watching where I was going. I tripped over something. I landed on my back.
Is anything besides your foot hurt?
My ribs too. It's as if a horse ran over me. Every word hurts.
Where exactly does your foot hurt?
Mostly my ankle. And my toes. Feels like someone crushed them. With pincers.
I'll have to take off your boot. I won't know anything until I do.
Very well. Just be careful. Thank God. I barely felt that. Good work.
Just don't get your expectations up. This is just the beginning. Now, let's have a look at those toes.
Ow!
Well, it looks like you've dislocated 2 toes. I can tell just by looking. I'm not surprised it hurts. They're as swollen as if you've been standing barefoot in an anthill. Show me your ankle. I'll feel it. You see? It's sprained. That explains the swelling and pain. One bad step, and that's it. Now for those ribs. You're not coughing up blood, are you?
God, no. I can breathe. It just hurts like hell.
Oh, that's good. Otherwise, you'd be in deep trouble. It looks like your bones and lungs are in good shape. Just a bit bruised.
Okay. Alright, microphone should be working again now. I wish someone would have said something.
No, I don't think I've left anything out.
And can you do anything for me?
I'd better have another look. No, I don't think I've left anything out.
And can you do anything for me?
You've sprained your ankle, dislocated a few toes, and bruised your ribs.
But I'm still alive.
No shit.
That's the most important thing. The rest I can take care of. For those ribs, you'll need something for the pain, and some bandages to keep things in place. The toes will be worse. I'll have to set those bones back in place.
That's going to hurt, isn't it?
Yeah. But I can get you something to give you courage. And then I can rub some healing ointment on it. You mustn't put any strain on your ankle. It needs to be tightly bandaged. A healing ointment wouldn't hurt, either. That's all I can do.
Thanks. At least for your efforts.
We'll see if I diagnosed you properly. I'll fix that ankle and those bruised ribs. Keep the bandages clean and change them once in a while. Got it, sir?
Very well. I'll try.
Plenty of bandages.
First, we need to straighten out those toes. The longer they stay dislocated, the worse they'll heal.
Will it hurt?
It won't be nice, but a little liquid courage will certainly help.
Good idea. Do you have anything?
Maybe I could find something.
Give it here.
It's always schnapps.
To your health.
Indeed. But I'll be glad if I can ever walk again.
Let's do it. Clench your teeth.
Okay.
The pain vanished. It's gone. Or rather, it's almost gone.
You're welcome. Yeah. It's a shame I don't have any healing ointment. That'd certainly help. Well, I've done as much as I can for you. The rest is up to God.
Well, you are a good servant of the Lord. I thank you.
Are you going to be all right?
I suppose so. I need a bit more time to get back on my feet. But I definitely feel better. But I'd like to ask you a favor.
What is it you need?
Listen, are you familiar with this area?
Yes.
I know it like the back of my hand. Maybe even better.
Then you're my man.
Okay.
I need a messenger to act on my behalf in
Good
the King's
Lord.
military camp by Kuttenberg.
In Sigismund's camp? What's he got to do with it?
Let me explain. My older brother, the Knight Sir Peter of Suchotlesky, is being held captive in the camp. He's fallen into the clutches of a Hungarian baron. Laszlo Farkas is his name. I was supposed to go to the camp and negotiate the terms of his release.
So why do you want to send me there?
Because no one is going to harm an envoy, especially when coin is at stake. I'll no longer go anywhere without protection. Being ambushed once in a lifetime is enough, thanks.
We get ambushed every day, kid.
I'd like to hear more details. Who am I supposed to go and see? Who is he?
A Hungarian baron. His name is Laszlo Farkas, but I know hardly anything about him, so you're going to have to ask about him in the camp.
What do you need me to negotiate for you?
The terms for a handover. What we need to do for them to release Peter. Try not to act like a ragamuffin or lout in front of Laszlo. When he sees that he's speaking to a man of distinction, perhaps he won't try to walk all over you.
And where should the handover take place?
It has to be on neutral ground, so neither party has an advantage. Remember that.
What should I know about Peter?
Sir Peter, Knight of Suchotlesky. He's several years older than I and fought in many great battles. He was always lucky, and nothing ever happened to him. But now, it looks as if fortune has abandoned him.
What does Peter look like?
He's as bold as an egg and has a scar on one cheek.
A souvenir from a battle?
Hardly. Once his horse was spooked and bolted through some bushes with him on the saddle. He nearly lost an eye, but fortunately, he only got that scar.
What if that Hungarian doesn't release Peter?
Farkas? He will. War costs money and captives have to be fed too. There's also the matter of honor.
What's so honorable in this?
On the battlefield, knights go up against other knights who are often very similar, only they're carrying out the orders of different masters. They have to fight each other, that's clear, but they can demonstrate to each other their honor and spare the lives of the defeated. Moreover, knights often have wealthy relatives who'll pay to have them freed. So, it pays to keep a knight alive and healthy after a defeat.
Aha, I understand. I can try.
God bless you. Here's a letter with the seal of the Lords of Suchotlesky. Present it to Laszlo Farkas as proof that I sent you. Once you've arranged everything, come back here. I'll be waiting for you.
Can I get that other voice option? Alright. Wait. Okay, out here. Alright, we got a questo.
I'm sorry.
Good. Right, let's fast travel. Get a get a laundry. Where's Bylany? Yeah. Oh, there's 2 POIs I didn't do. Yeah. Definitely gotta do that. Actually, that's on the way. First though, ignore. Okay, so oh, it's just a town crier. Where's the laundry? Here. So I just go down the down here. Let's do this. Does my stuff need fixing as well? I can read that letter. Oh, I'm out of armorer's kits. Huh. I wonder if the trader will have them. I guess yes. Let's quickly check. Is it through here? Whatever, makes no difference.
My respect. Provide for themselves. Let them die.
You're seeing this.
Do you have armorer's kits?
What'll it be?
Show me your wares.
Yep.
Let's talk about the price.
Very well.
Do we have a deal?
You won't convince me with this.
Boo-hoo.
Aye, that sum will convince me. I'm glad you found what you needed, sir.
Yeah, let's quickly go to the tavern. Wait, where was Slava? And where were the dragon bones? Not gonna tell me? Oh yeah. What's this? Where are the dragon bones then? Let's quickly talk to this guy, talk to the dice players, do the 2 POIs. Oops. Wait. Where's he gone? Henry. 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 You just jumped over it. Where is he? Haha.
Greetings. What would you like?
I brought you a reply from the Abbot, brother.
Excellent. What did he say?
He told me I should first go and find the bones and bring them to you.
That makes sense. What else?
The Abbot doesn't want the rumours to spread any further. That's why I'm supposed to find the bones as soon as possible.
Well, get to work then.
You're supposed to destroy the bones after I bring them to you.
Destroy them? Very well. I'll do what the Abbot asks.
Do you know Gerhard? The Abbot was just talking to him when I brought him your message.
I know Father Gerhard. Why?
I got the impression he'd like to have the bones displayed for all to see. For his own benefit. He also spoke about Sigismund and his court.
What's that schemer up to now? But if Gerhard really wants them, he'll do anything to get them. We have to hurry.
Oh.
I think that's everything.
Very well.
Where are the
woodcutter
bones?
who found the bones is called Vashek. The find didn't do him much good. People are either making fun of him, or they keep pestering him. He wanted to make a name for himself, but this isn't what he expected.
I'm going to stay in
He's
my...
rather bitter now. You'll have to go to him and convince him to help us.
Okay.
Well, I'll get going then.
Why am I getting a cutscene?
Any idea where I should start looking?
Try asking at the tavern.
Okay.
That's usually a good place.
God be with you, worthy sir. Please forgive the intrusion, but I'm here on a rather pressing matter.
Hey, you're lost, buddy.
This isn't the time for that, lad.
You seem to have misunderstood me, sir. I have urgent business to attend to, and I need a little favor from you. I heard there's been some sort of discovery here. You wouldn't happen to know anything about it, would you?
That sounds like nothing but a rumour to me, sir.
And who might you be?
Nobody important.
I see. In that case, you should probably leave, lad.
I don't think so.
I think I'd rather stay.
Suit yourself, then. But stay out of our conversation. Let's get to the point, priest. Where were we?
I don't know what I can...
Stop your stuttering. Where in these parts did you find those dragon bones?
Sorry, I don't know quite what you want me to tell you. The dragon is an instrument of the devil. He is using it to delude people and spread terror and suffering over this whole domain.
For Christ's sake, get a grip. Stop rambling and tell me what you know.
But I'm sure we can come to some peaceful arrangement. Who are you, sir?
Look, I'm not here to exchange pleasantries with you people. My name is Leopold, and that will have to do.
That will do fine, of course.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, down to business. Where are these bones?
I reckon you've already heard everything you need to know.
That's for me to decide. Besides, we agreed on something. And you want to break our agreement?
I say you've heard enough. So move on. and try your luck elsewhere.
It never ceases to amaze me how stupid some people can be. I'm not finished yet with this monk, but give this one a proper working over.
Good luck, kids.
I'll tear you a new...
What just happened? Something is bugged.
That's that.
For the love of God.
I've done
how
some
could this have
things out of
happened?
order,
How
right?
could someone be so violent and quite unnecessarily?
Coin. There's always coin behind it. I bet he wanted to sell those bones. He'd think up some better story. Like that he brought them all the way from Germany. And people would give their right arm for them.
I suppose you're right. Everyone is out for worldly gain. But worldly gain won't bring peace to your soul.
What do we do, now that we know there are all sorts of people after those bones?
You've got to find the bones as quickly as possible and bring them here.
I guess we've got
can't
to do
let
this.
that brute get his hands on them. Go and see Vashek the woodcutter. Maybe he'll remember the way there.
You all right, brother?
I'm fine, thank you. They didn't harm me. They had their hands full with you.
They would have if I'd have had a
Glad you're all
chance. If the game let me.
I'll be on my way.
May God watch over you.
Thanks.
Till we meet again.
Oh, his voice dropped out there. Now. Vashek. That's right, I've got to go to the tavern and ask. That's fine. It's all fine. We will also talk to those dice players, because I'm sure that the thing said talk to the dice players again. But it was taken off the screen very quickly.
I'll drink to that.
Greetings, sir.
Greetings. What do you need?
I have
Oh.
a bit of coin again, and I'd like to throw it around. Shall we play dice?
What game would you like to play?
Courtiers for
I'll
me.
take
Let's
130. No problemo.
I hope Lady Luck will be on my side.
It won't. And luck has nothing to do with it.
All right.
I told you, he's gone. Stop shouting.
A tankard of ale.
These ones here.
Oh, he's given up there.
That's as far as I go. It's yours.
It will be mine, yes.
Hey, Innkeeper, that beer.
What a load of shit.
I'll have a
Full
drink of
hand.
wine.
God bless
Nice.
you, sir.
To your health, my friends.
Here.
I won't go too far with this, kiddo.
These ones here.
You want to bank it after this one? Good. Well done.
My God.
This guy can actually...
I'm done.
this guy has a brain.
I'll have a bite to eat, thanks.
Aye. Coming right up.
Good roll.
Aye, that'll do. one's here.
That'll do, kid.
Damn it.
Yeah, now
They're
I
yours,
win.
lad.
I know they're mine.
All right, here it
It's
is.
always mine. Oh, God. Neat. Right.
Damn it. That can't be possible.
Right now, who should we talk to? Pepper? The maid?
I apologize.
My humble respects. Careful.
Whoever it is we should talk to is inside. Oh, there's lots of people in here. Sometimes you're not close enough to get the talk.
Here it is.
Woodcutter. Ah, he's here.
Are you Vashek, the woodcutter who
He's
found
a bit
those weird
half-cut.
bones?
Jesus, why the fuck do you people keep bothering me about it? Are you never going to forget about those fucking bones?
What happened to you? Are you alright? Did you get beaten up on account of those bones?
What do you think? Maybe I ran into a door 20 times in a row. There was some fellas here. The bighead asked questions, and the other two gave me a battery. And what's it got to do with you, anyway? Leave me be.
Are you the fellow who found those bones? I need to know.
What the hell do you want from me? Aye, that's me. And now kindly piss off.
You say people coming to see you? Why?
To ask stupid questions like you. Where are them bones? Is it really a dragon or just some dead cow? Or, aren't you imagining it? Maybe you should lay off the booze.
I need to find those bones. Can you tell me how to get to them?
Here we go again. So, you want them for yourself. For what? To sell them? Make magic? You know what? Go to hell.
No, nothing like that. I take the bones away and have them destroyed. Once they're gone, folks will stop talking about them, and they'll leave you alone. That's exactly what you want, isn't it? So help me out, and you'll be left in peace.
I suppose you're right. What is it you want to know, then?
Who's been asking about those bones?
Everyone. There's no one who hasn't heard about them.
I don't mean the villagers. I'm more interested in strangers asking about them.
Ah, right. Well, it was mainly those bastards who beat me up. And then there were some soldiers asking questions. Well-armed, proper tough blokes.
Oh.
I thought it best to just straight out tell them everything I know.
Oh.
Where did you find the bones?
I'm not sure. It was somewhere in the woods, but I never went back there.
You don't remember the way?
Not exactly. I was just walking through the woods and stumbled across them. So I took one and scarpered.
You took a bone with you? What does it look like? Do you still have it?
Not anymore. I took it to show to the fellas, and they just laughed at me, saying I drink too much. It was one of the smaller ones, but still pretty big. Too big for any animal I know of. I decided to smash it to bits with an axe as soon as them strange fellas started showing up here.
Can you at least describe the route to me? The parts of it you remember?
Well, I was working in the woodcutters' camp, not far from Bylany here. And after work, I thought I'd walk along the stream that flows through there. Then I went along the path towards Rabstein. When I came across the ford there, I followed the left creek upstream.
So you didn't go as far as Rabstein?
No, I'm telling you, I was there because of the stream. And you come to it before you get to Rabstein. So I waded through the water for a while, till I came to this rocky slope on my left.
Please be on the
Then,
map.
there was this massive rock in the stream, and I didn't feel like climbing over it. I'd gone a long way by then, so I thought I'd go back home. I climbed out of the stream and went left up the hill and across this little glade towards Mezoles.
Is there anything you remember about it?
You bet there was. There was a huge tree stump, and lots of mushrooms around it. I picked a couple. Then I went around some thick bushes and headed on towards Messeles. I went past a few fallen trees, all the way to this old hunting hide. Nobody uses it anymore, and it's nearly collapsed. There, I saw boulders on the slope below me, off to the left. I walked alongside them till I reached a clearing, and that was the spot.
What did the clearing look like?
Ordinary. Pretty big. Sand and stuff.
All right. Thanks.
Okay, it better be in the quest
Tell
log.
me that again in brief.
I went along the path from the woodcutter's camp towards Rabstein. Then I turned into the stream, went upstream along it until I reached a big boulder, and then headed towards Messeles. Not far from that boulder, there's a clearing with a tree stump and mushrooms. I carried on towards Messeles as far as the hide, then uphill alongside the rocks, and I found them in this bit of open space.
A stream along the path to Rabstein, upstream as far as the boulder, clearing, collapsed hide, and alongside the rocks as far as the open space. Hopefully I'll remember all that. Thanks.
How come you walked through the stream? Who'd want to do that and get their feet wet?
The thing is, I heard there was precious stones to be found on the bed of that stream, but they're really small, and you have to grope in the sand and look hard.
And did you find any?
Nah.
Why did you go towards Messeles from the stream? Didn't you say you live in the woodcutter's camp near Bylany?
I just work there.
That's not much of an explanation.
Sometimes I go there to see if there's anything worth shooting. You know what I mean, don't you? Nobody minds. No one lives there anyway, and the houses are all in ruins.
All right then. Thanks for your help. Once I find those bones, your worries will be over.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Just don't bother me again.
So, a couple of POIs and this quest. Oh, jeez. What a... Bloody hell. I'm just gonna look it up. Not wasting time in nonsense. Right, first of all though. Let's go. 3 POIs and then we'll go and get those bones. And we're out in the wild, so keep wearing my armor. Henry. A clogged well. I mean, sure. That is a spade. Cannot be denied. Whatever. Where is this well? I mean, there's nothing much that looks like a well. Oh, is it just... I don't really... There's nothing that looks like a well to me. A huntsman and a tailor. It's a bit weird. What is all this other stuff that's here? Bit bizarre. It's probably going to be a set piece later. Huntsman's Lodge. Hello, peoples.
You're always welcome here, good sir.
What's going on here?
Well, Ma's gone crazy because Pa hasn't come back from the village yet. Try and tell her to calm down. I don't know what else to say to her.
You live here? In the woods?
Well, it wasn't our choice, believe me. But it's a long story,
okay.
and I don't want to hold you up. Take care, my friend.
Mikush's... What's the name? Vendula. Alright, so who's this woman? Taylor Mikush.
What's going on? Do you need help?
Thanks for stopping here. My husband Mikush hasn't returned from Bylany. Me and Vendula are awfully worried about him.
Wait, I need to know a bit more. What's your name?
Svatava.
I'm Henry. And Vendula would be...
Our only daughter.
And your lost husband is Mikush?
Aye. Since we've been living in this hut, he's been going to work to Bylany.
When did you last see him?
He left a few days ago. He's never been away this long.
What job did he do in Bylany?
He's a damned good tailor. But besides that, he does odd jobs around the village. He always brings whatever he earns here, mostly food. The little we manage to grow here isn't enough.
Why don't you look for him yourself? Bylany isn't that far.
Really
I
not.
can't. I've injured my ankle. I can't walk that far.
What happened?
I twisted it when we were running away from the soldiers through the forest. It's better now, but it still hurts. It would take me half a day to limp to Bylany.
So why don't you send your daughter?
By herself? Are you mad? She's young, inexperienced. Something might happen to her.
Did your Mikush have any enemies you know of?
Enemies? No. He's a nice man. He never hurt a soul. Maybe he's a bit too nice. He trusts everyone. I'm worried someone might have tricked him into something.
What do you mean?
He thinks people are good deep down. I don't think that. People can be right bastards. That's why I'm so worried about him.
Why are you here? In the forest?
We had a big house in Messales. But then Sigismund's mercenaries decided to burn the village to the ground. Mikush, Vendula and me all escaped at the last moment. The others weren't so lucky. It was hell on earth. You can't imagine the terror.
Well, I'm from Schelm. I reckon I can.
You can. I don't know. In any case, we ended up here. At least we had some roof over our heads. But now, I don't even know what'll happen next.
No one knows what will happen next.
Why did the soldiers attack your village?
Why? Good Lord, such a question. They didn't ask us anything. The worst thing is, the village paid some mercenaries for protection, but they took off the moment they saw horses kicking up dust on the horizon. I'm glad old Svatava, my father, didn't live to see it. His heart would have burst.
Do you want me to find him?
You do that for me?
Yes. Don't worry. I'll find him. Where do you think
At
I
the
should
tavern.
start? In Bylany?
Aye. Ask about him in the tavern. He wears a fine embroidered hat. Everyone will remember him.
How are you getting along here?
Now, quite miserably. I hope you find my Mikush soon. We won't be able to go on without him.
I'll try and look for him.
Oh, bless you, kind soul.
Indeed.
And good luck.
Thank you. Bye now. I didn't say what time of day is it. Well, it's fine. We can go and sleep there. Anyway. Yeah. What's this? Oh, start at the woodcutter's camp. Yeah. See, what you need, love, is a fast travel like I have. Brilliant.
May God give you help, sir. I'm sorry.
Right, ask for people. Ask around at the tavern.
Hey, Innkeeper, that beer!
Do you know someone by the name of Mikush?
Who?
Mikush. The fellow with a nice hat. I heard I might find him round here.
I know who you mean, but I never really spoke with him. You'd be better asking the tavern keeper.
She pointed at him. Okay. I was going to check.
Good afternoon.
But she did point at him.
What's going on around here?
Nothing much. If you're looking for a job...
I'm looking for one fella. He's named Mikush.
Mikush? Doesn't ring a bell.
They say he wears a fancy hat.
Ah, the Hatter, of course. He's not from around here. He started showing up a few months ago. Just for a few days at a time. Sometimes he'd sleep here.
I hear he made his living as a tailor in the village.
I don't know anything about that. He never offered me his services. He seemed to me like an ordinary, decent guest. He drank a few beers, played dice.
He played dice? With who?
I don't get a moment's rest around here, my good man. I don't have time to check who the guests are talking to, but he must have played with Chernik. He's our champ.
He's inside.
I'm sure he'll tell you more.
Is there a competition?
Farewell, sir. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Sorry. Chernik is in here.
You know anything about a fella by the name of Mikush?
Mikush?
They say his hat really sticks out.
Oh, right, sure. I can tell you about him, friend. I've known Mikush since the first moment he showed up here to play. Unsurprisingly, the bloke looked like he couldn't count to 5. I thought I'd found an easy mark. But man, was I wrong. He's a great player. And that kind of praise means something coming from me. He knows when to bet everything on the final roll.
So he won a lot?
Aye, for a while. Until his luck ran out. Then he started borrowing. One time he got so desperate, and maybe had a few too many beers, he started going on about his buried fortune in Messalis, saying he'd surely pay back anyone who lent him money. Ha!
Did anyone lend him anything?
Aye, and Mikush won everything back.
And did he pay back the money he borrowed?
Of course, every last groschen. He was laughing the whole time, too.
What about that buried fortune of his? Did he ever mention it again?
The next day, he claimed he made it all up, saying he just had too much to drink. Only nobody believed him.
Did anyone seem particularly interested in his fortune? Someone who'd want it for himself, and would go after Mikush because of it?
Everyone was interested in it, but Mikush never talked about it again. Besides, that village is burned to the ground and full of rabble. Messerless is an awful mess. That rhymes!
When did you last see Mikush?
A few days ago. He was playing against that hired hand, Drat. Drat lost and didn't have enough money. They left together, and Mikush hasn't shown up since.
Oh dear.
That's pretty suspicious now that I think about it. That Drat bloke's an odd duck.
What do you mean, odd?
I've heard he's been dealing with some bandits.
Oh dear.
You'd better
Dead.
have a word with him. But be careful.
He's dead.
Where can I find this Drat?
Somewhere in the village. I reckon he'll be at the farm he works
Thanks.
at. Well, technically, because he's a big fella and looks strong, they made him into something like the village catchpole. But to tell you the truth, he's less a catchpole and more just a regular farmhand pretending to be a catchpole.
Okie dokie.
I'll go have a talk with Drat then.
Oh, wait.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. And if you ever fancy a game, you know where to find me.
Well, yeah.
God be with you, sir.
There was one more voice option. Oh, damn it.
Here you go.
Certainly.
Enjoy your
Have
meal.
no fear.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Oi, oi, oi. Wait, this isn't marked on the map either. How do I get it on the map? Huh. You're new.
My respects.
Okay. Peasant, housemaid, and Drat.
Greetings. Do you need something?
What can you tell me about Drat?
He sat right there, love.
Look, I don't know him so well. I know he's mixed up in some bad stuff, that's all. He hid something in his chest. Some kind of map or something. He was always very careful with it. Take care.
Okay.
You're Drat.
Aye, that's me.
Can I ask you something?
Ask away. But do it fast, I don't have all day.
Do you know a fella by the name of Mikush?
I don't know any Mikush.
Nah, knock it off. I hear you left the tavern together. And no one has seen Mikush since.
Oh yeah, that fella. We were heading in the same direction, but then went separate ways. That's all I know.
You certainly know something about Mikush's disappearance, and you should talk.
Should I? Why's that?
Well.
You best realise to whom you're speaking, boy. If it were of no importance, a noble such as myself would waste no time with it. So speak.
I apologise, sir. It's not my fault. It was Hanka.
Who's this Hanka woman?
Hanka's not a woman, but a man. We've known each other for years. He was a hired hand in Messerless. Certainly know what happened there. The horror. Not long ago, he came to see me. Said he was the only survivor from the entire village, but I know that wasn't true.
Because you met Mikush?
I thought he'd be quite happy that someone else got away, but he was actually quite upset about it.
What do you mean, upset?
Well, you could see it on him, all nervous-like. Seemed to me like it was rubbing him up the wrong way. That Mikush, of all people, survived.
Interesting. Did he tell you anything else?
I didn't ask him any more questions.
I'm gonna do all
Did
of
you tell
them.
him about the buried fortune Mikush talked about in the tavern?
I don't know.
Did he have any issues with Mikush?
Perhaps there was something between them. I didn't ask.
What happened next?
Then he said he'd like to talk to Mikush and whether I could set up a meeting.
Well, thanks to you, he knew Mikush frequents the tavern. So why didn't he go and find him? To talk with him?
I don't know.
This guy's useless.
What happened then?
Hanka told me to take Mikush outside the village and then he'd meet him there. But he said Mikush couldn't know about him, and he left figuring out how to do that up to me. So I played dice with Mikush. He's damn good, so I had no problem losing a few games. In no time at all, I owed him quite a few groschen. I told him I could pay my debt immediately, but he'd have to come with me to my hiding place. He didn't blink an eye. He's damn trusting, given how things are today. I took him a little way outside the village, told him I was going to take a piss, and then took off. And that's all. I don't know anything else.
Where did you take him? I want the exact location.
Here, just outside the village, on the way towards Missalus.
And then what happened?
Then I went home. I told you, I don't know much.
Are you trying to lie again, Drat? You've been making excuses and talking out your arse this whole time. I've had enough. Got it? Unless you want to piss me off, you'll tell me the truth. Now.
All right, fine. It was a bit further away from the village.
Oh.
Actually, it was quite far.
Where were you supposed to take Mikush?
A crossroads by the forest, on the way to Missalus. Actually, almost right by Missalus. A little beyond the woodsman's camp. Just go straight. 2 roads intersect there. It's the only proper crossroads on the way.
Oh my god.
What happened at the crossroads? I want the truth.
Well, as I was saying, I took Mikush there and told him I needed to take a piss. Then Hanka jumped out of the woods with some bandits. They grabbed him. He began to scream, but there was no one around to hear him.
So he's dead, as I thought.
I didn't wait to find out what would happen. I ran.
What did Hanka promise you for bringing Mikush to him?
Nothing. I did it out of friendship.
Are you trying to lie again?
All right. He said he'd give me part of the buried inheritance.
Where might Hanka be now?
I only know what he told me. That he ran off into the forest. So I reckon he's got some kind of shelter there.
Uh-huh.
I'm not wasting any more time with you. God only knows what Hanka's done to Mikush, and you're responsible for it. Be ashamed.
I hope nothing happened to Mikush.
You better pray that to be the case.
I'm so sorry about it all.
Being sorry won't help. You're a snake in the grass. You deserve punishment.
Please, don't tell anyone. No one can find out.
All right. I won't tell anyone. You have committed a grave sin, but if you show remorse, God will forgive you.
Thank you. I'll never do anything like that again. I swear. I'll pray and go to church and...
Enough already. Farewell, Drat.
I want his map.
Have you told me everything? Or are you still hiding something?
I've told you everything I know. Leave me alone now.
You can't be here.
Go fuck yourself. Where's your,
Get going right now.
Where's your map?
Did I imagine?
Come on now. No business here. Now.
Is it the other side?
What's that? Off you go. Quick.
Uh-huh. It doesn't have a chest then.
I'll find you. You can't be here. You thief! Those are my things! Get over it, or I'll call the guards.
He didn't have a map.
Well, what's it gonna be? Oh well, I tried the easy way. Now it's time for the hard way.
Dude.
You're no match for us, fucker. We'll
Mercy!
Pay up, you bastard,
Fuck
for all
off.
your thieving and wickedness.
What do I get the most with?
How about I kick your teeth in instead? Then what'll you do?
Hang on. Leave me alone. We'll forget about it. I won't say a word to anyone. Just go. Out! Let's go!
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can you...
Out! Let's go!
Yeah, do you see a problem with that or not? Right. Right,
Next time, don't come in here without permission.
are you still trying to... Right, where have we got to go? Wait. Not... Where have we got to go? We've got to do that. Where is this Mikush guy? Ah. E. Now it's gone again. Amazing gaming. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Where is the little letter E? I can't see it. Huh. There's a map marker there I haven't been to. Probably because it was too close to Sigismund's camp. But I'm really struggling to... Wait, where is the woodcutter's camp? Wasn't there, that's Mesola's. Ah, gotcha. Maybe we can do both of these then. How far is this actually on the map? Oh, it's really not far. Let's go. Run, Forest.
May God give you help, sir.
I want to do the Mikush thing first. And then we'll go and follow this wild goose chase. May not get to Kuttenberg today. You never know. We'll see. Henry. Right. Curious. Should just be beyond this tree. But well, this is the crossroads anyway. Okay. This
is the camp. I'll start from here. Now to head towards Rabstein till I hit the stream.
Okay. We're doing that in a bit, Henry. Not right now, though. Or has that changed the thing on the map? Okay, so it's going to want me to go there and hit the stream. Okay, anyway, we're almost at the crossroads. Go to the crossroads near the forest. Look around. Alright. Seriously? I mean, are you gonna give me a clue game or? Am I just blindly walking around? Okay. That was absolute luck. How would you find this?
That must be Mikush's hat. It looks like it fell off when they dragged him into the woods. I have to find out which way they took him.
It looks like this way. I mean, I think I'm... Yeah, still tracks. Okay. Still this way. Oh, there's blood there, look. That's not good, is it? Nothing this way. I don't know. I mean... wait. That looks like... Yeah, still this way. I did well there, I think. This was not an easy path to follow.
It must hurt. You'd be in pain too. That Hanka is a real bastard. If he'd have talked, this wouldn't have happened. He didn't give him a chance. He should have given him a breather, not just burned him with a red-hot knife.
Oh dear.
Did he get out of him what he needed? He did. He got it all right. But the tailor here's gonna croak, and we'll be fucked. Well, it's not our fault. You can't get that through to Hanka. We should have kept a closer eye on him. Sakra. What are we gonna do? What do I know? Shit. Fuck. I wish he'd stop squealing like that. You'd be squealing too if you had a hole in your gut.
Oh dear.
He's thirsty. Fuck. Give him a drink.
Mm-hmm. He was over here.
Christ.
Well. Ooh. I mean, if they're going to chase me, I can go and free him. I'll see if this turns bad, but I can sneak. Ooh, hello. Get a better view from this side. So they seem tired. It's 9 o'clock.
Fuck me.
Should we go loud?
Fuck. Ugh. Ugh. Christ.
Hey?
Huh?
I think we just go loud.
You're back again.
That's
I'll
the
kick
last
your arse
mistake
before
you'll
you
ever
get
make.
out. Right.
Take that fucker out, damn it!
You ain't doing nothing of the sort.
Show your stuff.
Alright. That was tough.
Christ. He's on his last legs.
Easy.
Let's have a look then. The burns look ugly, but something tells me they aren't the main problem. The stab wounds are worse. They're red at the edges and are hot to the touch. I think this wound is infected. I ought to do something about it. At the very least, clean and bandage it. Maybe a potion would help him. Something healing. That works fast. The better quality it is, the quicker he'll get better. Maybe some herbs would help him.
That I
Medicinal
can't
ones.
help with.
They help with healing. If I place them on his wounds and dress them, he could get some relief.
Yeah, you're on your own with that.
I've seen enough. I think I know how to help him. I'll get him through this. I hope I can act fast enough. What are we gonna do with you? I should clean that wound first. This'll sting a bit.
Ah! That hurts!
The wound is clean.
It's always snaps.
I should stop the pus from forming. I ought to put herbs on that wound.
Not happening.
But I won't do that now. I'll give you a healing potion. I'm sure it'll help. This one should do the trick. Drink up. I should bandage it for you. I'll just wrap it tight. There we are. I'll pray for you. At least your soul will get some relief. How does it go again? All praise and glory is yours, Lord our God, for you have called us to serve you in love. Bless Mikush, so that he may bear this illness in union with your son's obedient suffering. Restore him to health, and lead him to glory. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen.
Good.
That's all. I'm sure he'll pull through. Mikush?
Who are you?
Henry. But that's not important now. What happened here? Why did they torture you?
I buried inheritance. I told
Hanka, that the only person who knows where our inheritance is buried is Svatava.
Uh-oh.
And then he burned me. So much pain. I told him where he could find her. My God, he took his men and headed out for her. To the hut. You have to save them.
All right.
Hurry. I'll follow you. Don't wait for me.
I
Their
won't.
lives are in danger.
Yep. And they were just outside of Bylany, which was where now? Is that Bylany? No, that's Denmark. That's Bylany. Alright.
I'm sorry.
Oh wait, also. Take some Groschen. How many... Where was he? Alright, it's getting late. Oh, good God. Henry. So we'll do this, and we'll get to Bylany for some hip. And we'll get the dragon bones. And if we've got time, we'll go to Kuttenberg. If not, Sunday we will start exploring Kuttenberg. Unfortunately, the fight is going to be a bit dark, but that won't matter. It will take 10 seconds. No problemo. Perhaps I should have just fast travelled to Bylany. That would have sped the time way up, wouldn't it? Yeah, we're there. That really didn't take long. Yeah, as I said though, it is a bit dark. Right, scumbags.
Let her go immediately.
Take another step, and I'll slit her throat.
Mikush is alive. Nobody has to get hurt.
What do I care? Stay back, I say.
You better let her go, or you'll be in so much pain you'll wish you were in hell. You've stooped so low as to hurt an old tailor and 2 poor women. Well, I'm in a different league. So, want to try your luck?
All right. Calm down.
Praise be to God.
Look, I know it doesn't look good, but I was in the right. The money they hid, it belongs to me. It's my inheritance.
I don't understand. You'll have to explain it to me.
My grandfather, old Svatava, was rich. He worked the fields all around Mesvelis. He built a beautiful house. He had many children, but only 2 daughters made it into adulthood. Svatava and my mother, Ludmila. When he was dying, he fucked my mother over and gave the house and all his money to Svatava and that tailor of hers.
It was his property. He had the right to decide who would inherit it.
He had no fucking right. Svatava hated my father. He was just your average poor commoner, but that wasn't good enough for his high and mighty self. Svatava and Mikush got married off in Kuttenberg at the Church of St. Peter and Pavel. But did they invite my parents? I was still little, but I remember he treated us like dirt. And not just him. We barely had any proper food to eat. Pa had to go work in the mines at Horsham for a few groschen. He ended up trapped under rubble there. He died a cripple. After that, no one even moved a finger to help us. Not Svatava, not Mikush, no one.
You're damn lucky I came in time to help, Mikush. Things might have ended up much worse.
I only wanted justice. Nothing more.
If you felt aggrieved, you should have found another way. Violence solves nothing.
Sorry, it's getting dark.
That's the first time I've heard that. You don't exactly look like the type of man that would avoid, say, torturing an enemy. Or am I wrong?
But this isn't about me. I didn't want to kill my own kin over an inheritance.
I didn't want to kill them either. Are you listening to what I'm saying?
In any case, you should apologise. You put them through hell.
I won't apologise to anyone. They had a guilty conscience because of what they did to me. If they shared just a bit of their wealth, nothing would have happened to them. But they didn't. They fucked up my life. I'm poor and alone.
Tell me one thing. How did you survive what happened in Messeles?
Dumb fucking luck, I reckon. That band of despicable cutthroats. Once they made their way into the courtyard, all hell broke loose. Tried to defend ourselves, but everyone but me fell. So I fled to save my brother and mother. But it was too late. Everything was burning. I took off running and didn't stop until I was deep in the forest.
No matter what you've done, I must admit, I feel sorry for you. I know well what you went through. Your family? What happened to them?
They're dead, Henry.
No one survived.
Duh.
No one was expecting it. Once the soldiers entered the village, there was no escape. Their captain got his eye on my brother, who worked with me in the courtyard. Franz was barely 15. He didn't stand a chance. I ran out to the fields for Ma, but they got there first. All I could hear was a screaming. And then it stopped. I lost everyone. But Svatava and Mikush didn't.
I'm sorry, but your misfortune gives you no right to harm others. How did you join up with the bandits?
My first night out, I slept under a tree. I was starving, so I went out hunting for mushrooms, but then I saw a fire. It was that gang. Captain Loiser was their leader, a big fella. They said they'd let me join if I beat him in a fight. So, I beat him. And they made me their leader.
That was easy.
What about Loiser?
They buried him in a glade.
I reckon that was no great loss.
I don't know. We didn't really get to know each other.
Enough talk.
Be reasonable. No one died in the end.
I said enough talk. I've had enough of you. Get out of my sight before I change my mind.
Fine. I'll go. You'll never see me again.
And forget about that inheritance. Got it?
I suppose it wasn't my fate anyway. Farewell.
Hey, Hanka!
Where's she going?
I have no idea. That fella told him to leave. I don't get it.
Hey, Hanka!
Oh, that's not.
Oh, it's all right.
Oh, okay.
My sweet Vendula.
Okay.
Did he hurt you?
I'm all right, Ma.
Thank God. Thanks for the rescue, Henry. And thank you for Mikush, too. The poor things must have suffered. Hanka, that bastard. I hope he'll pay for all his crimes.
It's not important. What's important is he won't be bothering you anymore.
Well, if you say so, I'll believe you. And I thought seeing my own home burned to the ground was the worst thing.
We've gone through a lot, Ma. So much suffering. We have to leave this place. Get as far away as possible, as soon as possible.
Wait. Did you hear something?
I don't hear anything.
There! Again! Someone's outside.
Mikush.
Jesus! It's those bandits! There must have been more of them.
Ma, take it easy. I don't hear anything.
Henry, go and have a look.
I've got his hat.
It's not the bandits. Look who's come home.
Mikush!
Pa!
You made it here quickly.
I came as fast as I could. I nearly gave up the ghost. I was so worried about the two of you.
I'm so glad you survived. That horrible Hanka tried to kill us.
I know. All because of the inheritance. He went absolutely mad.
If it weren't for Henry, he'd have killed Vendula. And then me.
That lunatic. Who would have guessed that about him? He used to be a good lad.
After all that, Henry let that good lad go.
Well, let's hope he never shows up here again. I'm awfully knackered. I need to lie down for a bit. Will you help me?
Of course, Pa. Come and rest inside.
I reckon you're hungry too. Vendula, give him some gruel. It should still be warm.
All right. Come on, Pa. Carefully.
And the two of us should have a word.
Game, can you stop turning my torch off, please? Hey, dude, I've got your hat.
Sorry.
Do you want your hat?
Mikush, how are you?
Not well, my friend. I've never felt so low.
Okie dokie.
How is he?
Not well. He needs to rest.
And what about you?
Not so good either. I'm still trembling. In any case, thanks for the rescue. Who knows what Hanka is capable of? That is, if he doesn't come back.
What's the story with your inheritance?
I didn't know anything about what Hanka was so angry about. Nothing about any disinheritance or quarrels. Or do you mean how Ma buried it? Aye, I saw her taking everything of value from the house and loading it onto a handcart. But honestly, I just thought it was another of her whims. But I couldn't have been more wrong.
Was Hanka entitled to the inheritance?
Who knows? He was always just a strange cousin to me. We'd greet each other, but that's all. I never could have expected what someone like him is capable of. When he goes mad. Be still, Pa. Everything will be fine.
Do you want your
I
hat?
feel terrible.
Rest. You'll be back on your feet soon enough.
Mikush?
Please let me rest.
Christ! Pardon me.
Where's the crazy woman gone now? Oh.
What did you want to talk about?
I wanted to thank you for everything. You saved our entire family.
Well, I'm glad I could help.
As you might have figured out, everything that happened was all because of our inheritance, which I hid from the soldiers in Merciless. I understand you've done everything you can for us, but I wanted to ask if you could go and get it for us. You're a strong, capable man, and you don't scare easy, and it'll be worth your efforts. Trust me.
All right, I'll look for it. But you'll have to tell me where I'll find it.
Listen, I'll tell you everything. My memory's not as good as it once was. Our house is the third one on the right when you follow the main road towards Vysoka. Anyone entering the village goes by our house. Must have been about 2 days before the tragedy. The neighbor boy ran over and started yelling about how something was coming, that he'd heard it from the patrol on the road. No one believed him, not even his pa. After all, why would soldiers attack a monastery village, one far from their camp? It didn't make any sense. That night, though, I had a strange dream. I tried to put out a fire, but the more water I poured on it, the bigger the flames got. So I decided to hide all our valuables. Only I couldn't do it during the day. I was worried someone would see me. I put all of it in a chest, loaded it onto a handcart, and waited till nightfall.
Continue.
When night fell, I snuck out the back of our house with the handcart, making my way through the hole in the fence next to the compost heap. Mikush was supposed to fix that hole a long time ago, but as good as he is with a needle and thread, well, when it comes to other work, you can forget about it. At least it made things easier for me. First, I headed right. Then I turned left, up the path, around the neighbor's barn. It's outside his fence. I had to stop there, because the neighbor's little brat was still awake and wandering around. Fortunately, he didn't see me. So I kept going past a low wall where 2 paths cross. There, I went left. Once I was safely out of the village, a dog started barking at me, so I had to pick up the pace. Instead of turning right down the path, I went straight into the field there. That handcart was damned heavy, and it was rough going off the path. I crossed the field, making it to the woods, but the wheel got stuck there. I couldn't go any further, and it was pitch black. I lit a lantern and dug a pit to fit that chest. Took me forever. When I was done, I could barely walk straight. The sun was coming up. I left the handcart and shovel there and went back the way I came. I hope those directions are good enough for you to find it.
Why did you do all that work yourself? Why didn't your husband help?
The fewer people know about it, the better. I didn't want to leave anything to chance.
We've got 2 wild
That's all I
goose
need.
chasers now.
I'll go and find your inheritance. What's the story with your inheritance?
My father, old man Svatava, was quite wealthy, at least compared to the rest of the village. You see, he worked all fields and farms around here. He had 9 children, but only me and my younger sister Ludmilla made it into adulthood. And then, when he died, he left everything to me. He wanted to be sure, because with Ludmilla, he was worried she'd blow through all of it.
Why did your father disinherit Ludmilla?
She was quite flighty. She liked to have a good time, if you know what I mean. She was never without a man. Then she brought this hired hand home. Fanosh was his name. She had to marry him, as she was in the family way. Svatava threw her out of the house without a second thought, heartlessly. And he never mentioned her again.
Why didn't you help Ludmilla then? Hanka said you didn't care about them. That you left them to starve to death.
That's not true. I offered to help her. I found her a job, but it was in vain. She was mad. Sometimes something came over her, like she was possessed. It was frightening, and it got worse and worse. It seems Hanka has inherited it from her. Those aren't the kind of people you let live in your house.
Why didn't you help Hanka
Oh.
at least? He lost his father after he got hurt in the mines. He must have been desperate.
Fanosh? A miner? Where did you hear that? He never stepped foot out of the village. He drank so much, he lost his job, and then fell off a cliff at Simperk. He's a common swindler. And he's delusional, just like his lunatic mother. I hope our paths never cross again.
How did Svatava become so wealthy?
He was a good farmer. When he was young, he worked on a big farm somewhere near Colleen and worked his way up from the bottom to become the custodian. But it's no coincidence he ended up in Meseles. He was close with the old custodian of the Sedlets monastery. They were friends. Sometimes you've just got to meet good fortune halfway.
What did he do with such a large inheritance?
What do you think? I took care of it the way Pa wanted, so our Groshen didn't just roll away from us. So our Vendula would have a good life, a good dowry, and a good husband. At least someone as good as my Mikush.
I'd like to know more about Meseles.
Those are sad memories.
You know, I've been through something similar. Sigismund's army burned down my hometown. Skalitz.
My lord! Thank God you managed to save yourself.
Unfortunately, very few of us were so lucky. My ma and pa stayed behind.
I'm so sorry to hear that. What would you like to know, Henry?
I know reliving it isn't easy, but I'd be interested to know how the attack unfolded.
Like I said, we were prepared for it, unlike the others. The soldiers came from the main road. First the horsemen. They cut down anyone who stood in their way. Then came the first flaming arrows, and the roost began to burn. The horsemen then stormed the farm, and that's all I saw. May God save the souls of those innocent people.
You said you were prepared, so someone warned you?
I already told you, Henry.
She had
A
a
few
dream.
days earlier,
Oh,
a
yeah.
neighbor boy was shouting about how he had heard something was going to happen. And then, I had the strange
Oh.
dream.
I was listening.
So I decided to get ready, just in case.
Did you know where you'd flee to?
I did. I remember this old hut by Bylany. A long time ago, the Lord's huntsman and his family lived there. When the forest fell under the ownership of the monastery, he had to move out. It was empty for years, and now it's our home.
What was Meseles like before all this? Was it a big village?
I wouldn't call it big. Maybe back in my father's day, but not in recent years. As more and more silver started coming out of the mines, people moved to work in Kutenberg. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nobody left to work in the fields soon. But what can you do? That's a question for the custodian. And there's no reason to ask now anyway.
Was there anything peculiar about Meseles?
What do you mean?
What do I mean?
Something worth looking for, I mean. Something the soldiers might have wanted.
They didn't attack us for our buried inheritance, that's for sure. They came for food and plunder. Though, on second thought, I heard something about a mysterious cave that's supposedly beneath Meseles. But I reckon that's just an old wives' tale.
What are you gonna do now?
I hope that inheritance brings us back the happiness we've lost. I hope our suffering ends soon, and we'll see better days again.
I'm going for the inheritance. I hope it's still there.
I'm sure it is. No one would ever think to look where it's hidden. Me, Vendula, and Mikush will wait here for you.
Alright. I think it's like, yeah. It's time for our sleep. Let's go to Bylany. It's not far, thankfully. And where's the bar? Can't make out anything at the moment. Ah, yeah, I'm going the right way. I know I am. Yeah, I do have my torch out. And my bed is in here. Ah, and you know what we do before bed? Is this a sit? No. What we do before bed is we have a nice little read. But first of all, there's this. What was this? Oh yeah, that's not what I'm interested in. There's a quest item. Oh, you can't read them. Alright. Let's read our skill book then. Second day alone in the wilderness. I've quenched my thirst now. I have to find shelter, a rock overhang, a hut made of branches, or even a hastily dug earth lodge will do. The caves may look inviting, but it often happens that a bear quietly snuggles up to you at night.
I've got it in for you, scum. You've been loitering around where you shouldn't have, and I've received reports of things going missing.
This is my bed.
Don't think we're idiots. You've been accused of theft. You'll pay a fine, and if I don't find those things on you, you'll pay for them too.
This is my bed. Piss off.
Wait a moment. I'm sure we can come to an agreement, can't we? I just wanted to borrow it for a bit. But I forgot to ask first.
That's not how it works. You can't just borrow things without asking. But fine. If you return it, we can let it be. But don't do anything like that again. Got it? Out! Let's go!
This is my bed.
Do you want me to arrest you again, or what? You can't hang around here. What are you waiting for? Clear off, or I'll arrest you again.
My freaking bed.
Go! Now!
Push it down the stairs. I will. Boosh.
Excuse me.
Boosh. Where's my bed? Moron. Let's go around this way, huh? Now he's walking around this way. Doopy-doopy-doop-doo. See ya. Dipshit. Right. As I was saying, this kid's here again. Are you freaking joking me? This is my bed.
You should come.
See ya. This is my bed, isn't it? Seems fine now. What was that nonsense? Game is effed. Okay. Looks like we're not reading our book then. Alright, we're off to Miss Ole's. Ugh. What a nightmare. Now I can't remember. The thing is, it was only a... Burnt Mazzolas. Okay, so where's my closest? I mean, there's really not much difference. Let's go this way. Be good if you could, like, just say, alright, stop. During this little journey. Maybe we get interrupted somewhere, that'd be good. Oh, that's perfect.
You made it after all. And here I was thinking you'd never come.
How are you? I believe you're mistaken. I'm just passing by. Are you sure it's me you're waiting for?
You and no other.
Do we know each other? You don't look familiar.
No, we don't. But we were destined to meet.
Oh my god.
What do you mean?
I dreamt about you on St. John's Eve, and then again a few more times.
Are you confusing me with someone else?
Oh no, I had a dream about you, and you looked exactly like this. Those eyes, the hair, that nose, exactly as I remember it.
Well, all right. What is it you need?
What do you think? A groom?
A groom? It's a little hasty for my liking. I mean, I've never seen you before in my life.
That is of no matter. See, on St. John's Eve, all us village girls floated wreaths. Hannah's bobbed its way to the other bank. Eliza's fell to pieces, but mine floated the furthest of all. And then that night, I dreamt of you.
What was that you said about wreaths?
You're not from around these parts, are you?
Nope.
Me and the girls release them on the water every St. John's Eve. If your wreath reaches the other side, it means you will soon be married. But if it sinks or breaks up, yours will be a miserable marriage. And mine got swept downstream to who knows where.
And that means...
When I wed, my husband will take me away from here.
You say you dreamt about me?
And more than once at that. But the first time was on St. John's Eve, and that means something.
Does it now? And what?
That it will come true. I picked 9 flowers at night, put them under my pillow, and you know the rest.
Thanks for the explanation. I don't want to dampen your spirits, but you must be mistaken. I have no plans to marry just yet. And I can't, anyway.
But... my dreams... the wreath of 9 herbs... I did everything they told me.
And if you are to marry away from here, it probably shouldn't be to someone like me.
Why?
I'm not saying he has to be from far away. Kutenberg would be enough for me.
I'm not a city lad. I'm from Skalitz.
Skalitz? You're a villager? Well, it certainly couldn't have been you I was dreaming of then.
All
I
right.
bid you safe travels.
Bye-bye.
Skalitz, he says. What a wolf.
Skalitz, he said. That was perfect. We are right where we want to be. She said... Oh, good God, I don't know. She said, everyone goes past their house on the way into the village. I don't know. I don't... Is this on the map? Oh, wait. It might well be on a map. Well now, that changes things. Oh, or is this just going to give me the starting position? Oh, come on, Henry. Just a moment.
This is where Mikush's family lived. It's a pretty big house for 3 people. I reckon they had a lot to be jealous of. Ah!
Come on then. One at a time though. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing in here. She said she left by a hole in the fence. She... I mean, it's not giving me any, I mean, this isn't... This is just a, it's a non-exact, isn't it?
I wonder what happened to the neighbour's boy. Maybe he managed to escape with his life too. Maybe.
Oh, wait up. Might as well take one.
Stench of fire. No. I don't want to be reminded of that day.
Okie dokie. Hello.
Ah, this is where Svatava took the handcart onto the meadow. The inheritance can't be far.
Okay. I mean, she said it was still here, but Just the... I don't believe this is an accurate map marker or anything, right? I mean, I could be looking around forever. Doesn't help that the grass is 5 miles high and I can't see anything. Back where I started now. I mean, she said there's a handcart. Is there anything written in the into the woods? I mean, it has to be where my pin is, right? Ha ha ha! Hee 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 hee. Surprised I found that. That's got one wild goose chase over with. 500 groschen. Just a moment, where are they? Here. Okay, and I think we will call it a day on this one after doing this. 500 groschen, family heirlooms, and fabric. What's the Dragonbone questline called? The Heirloom and Dragon's Lair. Ah, here we are. Morning.
I was in Merciless and followed your instructions.
And? Did you find it?
The chest was buried by the forest, exactly where you said. Next to the handcart.
My God! Thank you for everything. Vendula! Mikush! Henry has returned, and he found our inheritance.
Finally! Some good news.
Don't keep us waiting, Henry. Let's see what you have for us.
Here's everything I found.
Fabric, groschen, and our ancestor? Nothing's missing.
This fabric's as good as new. Think of all the money this will make.
Finally, fortune smiled upon us.
It surely has. I told you that once our ancestor comes back to us, everything will be like it once was. Thank you, Henry. Here's something for your efforts. If you ever feel like learning something new, Mikush here would be glad to teach you.
Excellent.
You teach me to play dice, eh?
You can't learn dice. You have to have it in your blood.
That's not what I meant. He's a tailor by trade, so he can show you how to mend your clothes.
Wonderful.
I reckon I could. Stop by, Henry. I'll find time for you.
Now's a good time.
God bless.
Greetings.
Nothing more to say. Also, Mikush, do you want your hat? Bloody hell, where's the door? Yeah. Mikush, do you want your hat? I've got your hat. Where'd you go?
How the...
I see you're on your feet.
Ah, it does say I can return
You
his
feeling
hat.
better?
Thank God Vendula took care of me. So I'm feeling much better. Thanks for asking. I reckon it'll be a while before I dance again. But no matter. At least I can still hold a needle and thread.
Before I forget, I found your hat. Here it is.
My hat? I thought I'd never see it again. I made it myself. It's the latest Italian style. You won't find another one like it. Thank you very much, Henry.
You're welcome, man.
It's good to see you, my friend.
Also, aren't you supposed to teach me something? Hello? That'll be a no, will it? Alright. I'm actually just going to leave it here. Anyways, let's just check the time now. Because this is where we need to be for the next quest. Alright, that was the Let's Play stream for the day. Don't forget, from Monday the 12th to Monday the 26th, I will be on holiday. There will be no streams. But until then, join me, same time every day, 8 o'clock, European for more Let's Play streams. Tomorrow it's the turn of Terraria, and join me at 3 in the afternoon for the Try Hard stream where I try to get better at Trackmania. Hope to see you in either stream. Thanks a lot for joining. Until then, bye bye.